living room. Very bright in here. Quite a lot of photographs here. It's quite sweet. In every single one, she's like the one beaming in the middle of a group of friends, you know, out partying. But there's more. Look, over here. Oh, look. Sweet little thing.
What were these little ones?
Isn't that cute? What's that? Dear Auntie Diddy, how cool that you're my godmother. I'm so excited because I hear from Mum that we share a common hobby, shopping. Well, obviously, it's a kind of standing joke. Everybody knows about the shopping.
Yeah.
It hardly needs any encouragement.
You go into my bedroom and that will pretty much tell you what I spend a lot of my money on.
There's 3 designer handbags here, Prada, 2 Gucci's. You're not going to get much change out of £1,000 for those.
Just for those 3?
Yeah, just for those 3. More Gucci.
Oh, yes.
No shopaholic, of course, would be without a pair of designer shades. Oh, look.
At least it's only one.
Knew it. I knew there would be storage below the bed.
What have you got?
Look. Oh, more bags.
Oh, God.
With another bag in.
I'm feeling like she's
on
the
top
bag
of another
lady.
bag. On top of a handbag. On top of another bag.
Jay, you're a woman. Tell me, is it normal to have this many bags?
This is quite a bag. You know what's interesting? Look, bags and shoes. That is her big thing. And if that isn't bad enough, she's obviously gone for a triple whammy with these.
Those are all the same.
Yeah, I know.
They're just different colours.
She hasn't even worn these ones.
Too many bags and too many shoes, I feel, is that they're classic items of femininity and they really display an interest in reinventing the feminine all the time. But to me, that just speaks of a lack of confidence of the inner feminine.
In the kitchen, there's further signs of where she's splashing out.
Water drinker.
Yeah.
Healthy. Oh, look. A handbag.
Yeah, but here's Sophie Darla. She's a model who's famous initially for being a kind of plus-size woman and then was famous for no longer being a plus-size woman. I wonder if that says anything about Rudo's body type or ambitions.
Look, more water. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10 bottles of water and all next to a blooming functioning tap that, yes, does work.
Yeah.
For free.
That water is actually allegedly free.
Mental.
My spending is not good. I freely admit that, you know, I live this sort of champagne lifestyle on lemonade money.
What's down here? Oh, look.
Oh, my goodness.
Alcohol.
Champagne.
That's hilarious. Look at this.
What are those? Lipsticks or something?
They're nail varnishes. Each one of those in between £5 and £15 each. So that's a lot of money, you know, going on nail varnish.
That plastic bucket of nail varnish is actually more expensive than that champagne.
It's the most expensive thing in the fridge. God,
to
she's got no idea, has she, how to save money.
Oh, this is her credit card statement. Cool, blimey. Present balance £6,895,000 overdrawn.
Oh, look. Nails.
Soho House.
That's her membership card.
Club.
Groucho Club. She's in the West End.
Monthly balance pays in bugger all.
Armed with Rudo's bank statements, Jay and Benjamin slip away to pick through her finances. Anna is fast approaching 30, but still shares a flat with 3 others. In a vain attempt to hammer down costs, they've turned the lounge into a 4th bedroom. This is not a des res.
So this is the kitchen area, which is the only shared area in the whole house.
Right, this is all they've got between them for 4 people.
It is like being in a student flat. You kind of imagine that everybody who lives here is going to be 19.
Shall we have a look in her cupboard?
Jay is keen to find out where the money is going, while Benjamin wants to learn more about Anna's state of mind.
Oh, it is. It's like, oh, no.
What do you make of that, Jay?
Oh, it's a real mess, isn't it?
Well, what's interesting is that shows how she's kind of spilling out of her own space just in this room, which I see...
Nobody else has.
I see this as a bit of a metaphor for the way that her life is organised.
Look at the state of that cooker.
It's not really a place that speaks of a person with an established identity on the cusp of her 30th birthday, is it?
No way.
Well, shall we go and have a look in her room, see what we can find there?
Why do I not think it's going to be any better?
As the experts continue to despair, Anna is beginning to realise just what she's let herself in for.
I can't sit here and say I'm thrilled about the idea of someone going through all my stuff at home, as I'm sure anyone else in the world would be, but there's some real clues there, you know, into my personality, so I think they'll pick up on those. Hopefully in a positive light.
It's obvious that Anna's approach to tidiness is as carefree and wild as her finances.
Oh, my Lord. God, what a mess.
Yeah, more spillage.
It's just jammed with stuff. How can anybody possibly know what is in here? If you're in the morning, what am I going to wear? There's no way she rifles through all of this. I bet none of this stuff would have ever have been worn. Look at the way all this stuff's treated.
Yeah.
It's like a bloody junkyard.
It's a real sign of a disorganised life, isn't it? Just stuff everywhere. When you look in someone's wardrobe, you can really get a sense of what's inside their mind. And that cupboard reminds me a lot of her cupboard in the kitchen.
It's organised chaos, because in my mind I know where everything is, but obviously someone else would come along and they'd be like, oh my God, how does she live?
Anna might live like a student, but she longs to graduate to a place of her own.
Look. That's interesting.
That's a lot nicer place to live than here, isn't it?
So you're lying in this dump.
Dreaming of that.
Dreaming of nice places that you could be living in.
Yeah.
With your own room and, ooh, a living room that you could actually live in.
So clearly she has an ambition to get out of here.
I feel, yes, I'm roughing it with my accommodation. I'm quite happy to share with 3 other people and, you know, share the bathroom and have a nice room with cool housemates, because I know that this is just a short-term solution.
Anna insists she's happy making do, although reading between the lines and around the walls tells Benjamin a different story.
But what struck me really was the collection of videos, Chocolat, Moulin Rouge and Casablanca, all about women going out into the world and creating a slightly different sense of reality. And here is a card. It says, "A career is a job that has gone on too long." And underneath all of this, dominating the end of her bed, the thing she wakes up and looks at every day, is this topographical map of the world. Really, this just speaks, again, of escape, wanting to get out. And if you were stuck in this room with no living room, maybe you would want to escape.
All her housing stuff, all her phone bills. Yep, all her statements. I tell you what, I'm going to take that with us. But that is weird, I'm telling you. Because for somebody who doesn't give a stuff and lives like this is kind of like a really organised file.
It is, isn't it?
OK.
The bank statements reveal that Anna overspends on just about everything, bar the kitchen sink. And the cooker, obviously.
God, there's loads in there, I tell you. There's plenty for us to get going with.
While she's out, Benjamin and Jay have borrowed the keys to her house to rustle up some inside information. Jay wants to find out where the money goes, and Benjamin will be looking for psychological clues that may reveal what Nicola's really like.
I think this may tell us more about the man that lives here. I have a feeling these kind of black units and large telly are pretty male.
Nick moved in 2 months ago and is fighting for prominence against Nicola's ornaments.
There's a confusion of style here almost, like 2 people live here and they haven't really gelled yet.
I'm not very good at throwing things away, generally. I think maybe having somebody else in the house has made me realise I can't just have my stuff around everywhere.
Judging by appearances upstairs, Nicola's not rushing to make room for Nick.
Boyfriend gear?
4 shirts of the boyfriend's, full of her stuff there. These drawers, can I just say to you, are absolutely packed. It's like she's
Look at
everywhere.
this, there's more.
All this stuff, but it's...
Where's the bloke?
I tell you what,
We've seen 6 shirts from the bloke. Does he exist?
Lots of products, lots of products up here. Look, more.
What's all that stuff about?
Collagen retinol eye patch therapy, don't you know? She's only 28. These are the sort of things you'd find in somebody's bathroom at sort of 45.
So is that anti-ageing equipment?
Yeah.
She's only 28.
She doesn't kind of need it. I wonder whether she's just sort of heard about it and thought it's cool.
My next little adventure, I would actually like to have Botox injections.
Is that the top stuff for ladies?
What is quite interesting for me is that she's obviously obsessed with this whole anti-ageing. She's spending a fortune on products on anti-ageing. Well, that's not going to help.
Ah.
Ooh, statements.
Some financial information, finally. Debt.
I don't want people to think, oh my God, you know, she's completely irresponsible. It's not that I've been frivolous with, you know, and completely off the rails. It's just that I've been offered a lot of credit.
Look at it all. Phone bills, store cards, goodies for the house, £64. Goodies for clothes wide, £19.98. Clothes, £25. More goodies.
We should take these with us and start to investigate her financial situation.
Benjamin and Jay have a poke around upstairs. It seems the higher up they go, the more evidence there is of Ali's overspending.
Wow, that is a wardrobe, a busy wardrobe.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a woman who's spending a lot.
And seem quite
money.
similar, some of the items.
Yeah, but I mean, talking of similar, look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, this girl, you know, can't really afford to be buying one pair of occasional shoes, and she's got 4 that are practically identical.
But in Ali world, every purchase makes complete sense.
Some of them are just sort of like for gardening, and then I have like 3 pair for best. And I have like best vest, and I have a pair that I wear when I go on holiday on sand, and I have a pair that I wear when I'm on concrete, so I know they're not going to get messy. Yeah, I mean, I am quite bad like that. I mean, that's going a bit far.
Whole thing.
And it's not just shopping that gives Ali a buzz.
Look, little thong.
Is that upside? Oh dear, that's very nice. Oh look, the heavy gear.
Yeah. I mean, this stuff doesn't come cheap. You know, this is just like a good couple of £100 worth of stuff in the playtime drawer.
Yeah. Keeps her husband happy though, perhaps.
Jay is beginning to realise that Ali is a girl who splashes out on, well, absolutely everything. And Benjamin thinks he may have a good idea why.
Hold on, what's this? Oh look, that is, I think, her father, who's
is that her dad?
passed away recently. And I think that what this area of the home seems to show up is a sense of kind of it being perhaps a shrine or a memorial. And clearly what she wants to say to herself and to others is, I haven't forgotten my father, I want to remember him. So that could be something significant.
Benjamin and Jay are beginning to understand why Ali has built up so much debt, but they need one further bit of evidence before confronting her with her habits.
This is going to be very revealing, because my theory is that she spends indiscriminately, just across the board on anything she can find. That's another one, 2,000 overdrawn, 3,800. Seems to be a theme. OK, well, I think we should take all of these.
While Dre checks out the hardware, Jay and Benjamin sneak into his home for some debt detection. This 3-storey townhouse looks grand on the outside, but inside it's a textbook example of a student flat share.
Oh, look at that. It's quite a lot of takeaway literature.
Jay and Benjamin head for Dre's room.
This must be his room. Either that or his best mate, Dr. E.
The clue. Here you go.
Dr. Evil.
Oh, look, he's got a jeans display.
That's a bit unusual.
Nice little Maharishis here.
Are those expensive?
Yeah, they are. You're talking anything from 100 up to sort of 300-400 quid.
And look, here's quite a piece of expensive display as well. That is top-of-the-range gear. The desk is stacked with gadgets. This, instead of a TV, cost you about £2,000.
At the trade show, Dre is being seduced by a new shiny projector, despite the fact he's already got one at home.
Fat. That is... It's got everything.
Yeah. I've tried to persuade him, like, on numerous occasions, not to go crazy with, like, spending money and everything, but it's just, he can be a bit of a liability sometimes, you know.
I really want one. It's just shiny silver boxes have always brought some kind of happiness in my life. Now, I've been looking at it for a long time. I can feel it now, just going, buy it.
Back in his room, Dre's bank and credit card statements are saying the opposite. There's a £12,000 student loan, a £10,000 consolidation loan, and £3,000 piled onto his credit cards.
Glasses, £894.60, and that's yesterday.
Meanwhile...
I can't do it. Got to have some self-control.
1799 MP.
Has it gone through?
Despite his mammoth debt, Dre's convinced himself that today's £200 trade discount on the projector is just too good to resist.
I'll pay for it, you carry it.
Like set up, isn't it?
That makes another £3,000 blown on needless purchases in just 3 days. Back at the house, flatmate Andy gives Jay and Benjamin some background information.
I notice he's got an awful lot of equipment in his room.
Expensive equipment.
Yeah, expensive equipment.
Very expensive,
Big stuff. Does anyone get to use it apart from him?
Yes, yeah, he wants that. He wants people to go into his room all the time. He likes the attention, really. So.
He likes attention. That's a good clue for me.
So he likes feeling that that's the sort of hub of the house?
Yeah.
What's in here?
Oh, look.
Ooh.
Ta-da.
Bollinger, lovely.
Yeah.
And look, more champagne. It's party town here, isn't it? Can you imagine a big night here with Bollinger takeaway and a couple of DVDs? Time to confront him with a few facts of life, I think.
What are you going to start with? Kitchen?
What do you think? Kitchen?
Yeah, that way, I reckon. Oh, look.
Oh, OK. And this is interesting. It's like a bowl of...
Oh, lots of dollars.
Well, dollars, euros.
What's that one?
Thailand, maybe. Here we go. It's interesting.
Is that her in the photo?
We go for
look, Greece. That's Rome, isn't
That
it?
is
The
Rome.
Colosseum.
Travel's probably a hobby.
The experts are in my house and having a bit of a snoop around to find out some more about me, which is a little worrying, so I'm quite a private person.
Oh, that's weird, look.
That is weird. What do you eat with credit cards?
How weird, look at all this. God, there's quite a lot. It's weird, though. It's just sitting in the chopsticks in the cutlery drawer.
It is quite odd, unless it's something that she discovered as a strange eating mechanism from one of her foreign trips.
You know what I think? I think she's trying not to spend too much, but it's quite interesting that they're in this drawer by the back door, because if you're on your way out and you suddenly think, uh-oh, I'm trying, but I think I might need them, you can always nip back.
And it's not just the credit cards that are bulging.
Wow, look!
I'm a bit of a foodie. I love shopping for food. I often take advantage of offers in the supermarket, which are real value for money.
Any 3 for 2, 3 for 2, 3 for 2.
Is that a good thing, or is she being a sucker?
Well, it can be a good thing, but it also can encourage overbuying. I mean, she buys in doubles. Look, 2 salmons, 2 cannellonis.
Right. Well, some interesting magnets here. It's better to have loved and lost than to live with the psycho the rest of your life.
Oh, look at that. It's obviously the shoe of her dreams. It's either something she's aspiring to or she's stuck it there as a clue for her husband as a birthday, Christmas, Valentine's, any time you fancy.
That's
Design
what
a
all
pair
those
of
things
shoes.
on our fridge are. I never understood
you
that.
know.
But these are £335, these shoes. Is this like the shoe of champions?
That's a cool designer shoe. I tell you what, there's a shoe like that on the fridge.
Yeah.
There's going to be more in this house.
Uh-oh.
I don't think the experts will miss my shoes. There's about 60 pairs at home, all piled up at the end of the bed, and I normally buy about 5 pairs a month. Shoes are my passion.
That is where all the money's going, isn't it,
Oh,
really?
right, OK, so talk me through the shoes.
I mean, it's interesting, you know, that she's got a picture on the fridge of a pair of shoes for £300, $69.99. There's quite a lot of cheaper shoes, but, you know, it's the quantity versus quality, isn't it?
So if she traded in this wall of shoes, she could get some decent quality gear. I'm always interested by the bedside books. I suspect this is her side of the bed. Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, one of the great classics of the self-help genre. I'm interested in how this demonstrates her commitment to some kind of inner journey.
Do me a label check.
Next, Gap, Petite.
That's the size, not the label.
Sorry, Jay.
That's what I want.
What you got?
Oh, it's interesting, because she's got a whole load of credit card statements. So let's take this.
Okie dokie.
Bank statements in hand, the full extent of Adeline's spending is about to be realised.
I think it's in here, Jay.
Oh, yeah, look, the posters.
Look at this. Calamity Jane.
Oh, look at this. This is about him. I must single out Ahmed. This young actor possesses a rare charisma, a sort of magical projection that excites and enthralls his audience, and his body language is superb. So I hope he has a long and successful career on the British stage.
Wow.
That's nice.
Jay and Benjamin have had a glimpse of Ahmet's life on the stage. Now they want to see where an actor actually spends his £14,000 income.
75 quid.
Never been worn.
Never been worn, still with the label on. So I'd say there's a fair bit going in the shops. What's in there?
This is interesting. This is a Middle Eastern talisman. I wonder if there's some cultural issues with him. We'll have to find
That's
out more
his
about
family
that.
there, isn't it? Right at the head of the bed.
Very much focus on the family. A book about dreams, and then a bottle of Moet and Chandon, which shows the champagne lifestyle he aspires to.
Ahmet's bathroom cabinet hides even more of his indulgences.
Oh, look.
What you got?
Loads of skin brightening.
Is that for men?
Yeah, men and women. Rejuvenating treatment. I know what that is. That is over £200 worth.
What does it do?
That is serious concentrate. I mean, what you do is put it round your eyes and on wrinkles, and lots of people and celebrities absolutely swear by it, but it is one of the most expensive products on the market.
Wow.
Don't drop it. I'm nervous with you touching it.
I'm nervous touching it myself. Well, I hope when we actually meet him, he does look amazing, because he's spending an awful lot of effort.
That is a lot of money to be spending on face products.
Back in the bedroom, Jay's just found proof of exactly where most of Ahmet's money is going.
Clothes, beauty products,
theatre,
dinner. Ooh, nice cocktails.
Dress Circle first floor restaurant.
Clothes.
Boots, big one on boots. Jay, look, this is more your cup of tea, isn't it? Rather than a
nice
bag full of
file.
rubbish.
Nice neat file.
Look what we got here. Nat West. Oh dear.
Spotted.
Tried to contact you recently but been unsuccessful. There've been no credits. Blah, blah, blah.
That is never a good moment.
Within
when you
the
get
next
that.
7 days.
I reckon we should take these.
See if we can get this guy on the road to recovery.
No, I don't think I'm a terrible spender. I think all my spending is completely necessary, really. I still swear by that statement.